What's going on, everybody? Doc, your average gamer guy, is back again. Last Day on Earth, free-to-play action, and not necessarily the video I had intended today. However, I have to make it. And so I was here doing some late-night grinding, kind of getting ready, getting prepped up. Got a couple of things on its way. I wanted to spend some time here in the swamps. We've grinded this location before, but we're back. Trying to do two things. You saw my most recent video for free to play. We're trying to grind up some season rewards. This is a really good place to just get some extra points while we're doing some normal stuff, spending some resources, kind of working on a few things. I don't need a ton of ash at this point quite yet. However, since I'm here and we have the opportunity to grab it, that's what we're working on. More importantly, I am going to be trying to get a pretty good stockpile of our corn seeds. You may say, well, Doc, why would you need those? Well, Forlorn Fair is back. Probably by the time you watch this, this event will either already be queued up or just about to start. So we're getting a little ahead here. I got to do some weekend recording for some work travel as well. And honestly, I wanted to get a kind of quick head start on my grinding journey here. I'm going to spend probably about 2 or 3 days just going back and forth, grinding some ash logs, trying to grind up some of these corn seeds as well. And, you know, I just want to be in a good spot. I want to say, I have a decent chance, I think, at this next Forlorn Fair to max it out, finish stage 3, get the fuel storage, and do what I need to do there. I'm excited to give that a try. I'm also excited to kill this little NPC here. They usually have pretty good stuff for me. I will take this, thank you. I haven't used a med kit yet. I'll be back for you, sir. I will be back for you. Yeah, you hooked me up a little bit here, guy. Yeah, that was random. But I'm trying to grind it up, and I think the best way for me to be able to do that is going to be getting in here and getting corn seeds. I'll have a pretty decent shot, I think, with again, just like the regular stuff, just the regular kind of flow. Get some fair weapons, go in, run some like transport hub to get some extra points. I don't know how much I will necessarily grind and do like the pipe trick. So all of those things are absolutely on the table. But I'm pretty interested in just trying to get corn seeds, make the popcorn, get as much of that as I possibly can here, because I think those extra points might really help to kind of push it over the edge for me. I made really good progress this last time around. Now, this is also just kind of on the assumption that, you know, we're going to see, how do I say this? That we're going to see a pretty decent length to this. With it so close to the next month, to March. Crazy to think we're almost in March already, by the way. And the whatever Lucky Leprechaun event that will start on the 12th. I'm curious to see if it'll extend all the way through that, if we'll get like a 7-day run at this. So that will all be kind of interesting to see and play a little bit into, I think, how much progress we're going to make. But typically, Forlorn Fair runs for a pretty good while. Runs for a pretty good length. And, yeah. So, I think we got a good shot. I really do. I think we got a good shot. If you are out there and you haven't played much of it, or you're trying to get those next, you know, stages unlocked, or just grinding, you know, to get the rewards. Rewards are great. I think it's one of the better rewards overall. Just what you can find. It's just solid weapons, solid materials. I definitely think it's worth the time. It's also a relatively easy event. I think you do spend some resources and a few things, but like overall, in comparison to some other events, I do generally think it's one of the easier ones to complete. You head to the location, do some little mini games, and then again, you can go and spend some fair weapons and points in locations that you're probably grinding. Anyways, let's see. Do we also have Bunker Bravo coming up? Bunker Bravo on the 24th. And Forlorn Fair. This should run over. This is usually 3 days, I think. 3 days? Yeah, I think it's usually 3 days. So you should get at least one chance, maybe on a reset, Bunker Bravo reset, to go and use your fair weapons over there. If you can get the fair weapons pretty quickly, you get extra points at Bunker Bravo. So you're going to be able to double dip potentially here and really hopefully grind up some resources and some goodies that you're looking for. And that could be pretty good. It'd be pretty good. So I had intended, again, in this video, and I think I'm about to be interrupted by the server maintenance. So I need to be a little bit careful about that. I had originally intended to, spend some time chit-chat a little bit about this, but here I'm just going to run around and farm some corn seeds. That's going to be what I do here. I am also going to take a pretty big shot. I have a level 4 pup going right now with Dog Breeder Event Live that I'm going to try to kind of go all in, if you will, on getting it. And maybe you know what? I say this, maybe I should keep it. Try to get a couple level 4 chances. I don't have a ton of dog food left. I think I have one more dog food, which increases the rank. In addition, I'm going to try to head over to, there's a northern zone fishing spot up right now. Actually, I have the increased chance for rare fish getting cooked in my stove. And I'm going to try, I think, to run up there, grab a sturgeon, and then make the dish to increase the rank. But now that I'm thinking about it, I may just want to wait until I have more level 4 puppies to give that a shot. We will have to see on that. It's one of the few things, lots of folks in the Discord chit-chat quite a bit, and I think I mentioned this in a previous video. Some folks have been getting, some good hits, finally finding some true friends after, it's a pretty long grind a lot of times. And it's one of the few things that I personally am missing. So looking to try to hopefully have some success, maybe get lucky. But I'm going to try to set the odds in my favor as well. And just kind of help to guarantee it a little bit, although it's very far from guaranteed. I can assure you that. So, yeah, that's what we're trying to do. That's kind of what I had planned for today. Did I get all of the... As I say, I have more corn seeds to find. Yeah. Can we get some sprouts, please? I also have enjoyed farming these locations in the past. I do this a lot more on my main account, where Ash, for me, is just more helpful for upgrading walls and those kinds of things. But I've really enjoyed the crates here. I think the crates, the loot that you can find from these crates, they feel like typically to be a little bit more full, have a few more items in them. You got these kind of cool, like, brown colored ones, which aren't like military-esque. They're military-esque type crates, but they don't have, they just, I don't know. It seems like this location, granted, it's a yellow and a red location, which certainly helps it, but they seem to just generally be a little bit better on the loot. And I'm kind of hoping we can get lucky in the red location with some goodies as well. So we're here to farm. That's what we're going to do. And sorry, this is going to just end up being a really short handful of minutes of me chatting, running around the swamp, trying to figure out my inventory space, honestly. And I'm going to do something crazy. I'm just going to literally delete this, which I don't do very often. I did bring some gas mask. I am going to try to go ahead and farm a little bit of, what do you call it? It's not thermite, it's the other thing, it's the yellow stuff, whatever. I'm going to try to farm some of that, because I'd like to grab some of it if we can. And, yeah. That's what I got. What do I leave here? Probably these, this. I need these. I need all those. That's what we're going to do. I can eat the last of these just to stay healed up. And I'm headed to the red location. I have this full too. This is again where a true friend pup would be so huge for me, because I'd have 5 extra storage spaces, because I'd be buying the dog saddle. But I have this up here and I need to go and make some use of it here. I didn't realize that I only had 4 hours left on it. Got a little distracted here. What is this resource called? I need to know. Sulfur. I'm going to try to grab some sulfur as well. just because there's, I just want to have a little bit in the inventory just in case we need it, just in case. Swamp loaders getting frisky right here. I will also tell you, I love wearing the ghillie suit. I think you just look so freaking cool in this. And good durability. I usually get really good durability out of this during my runs. Especially with these big guys. They're really not too much of a trouble. Plus, you can really sneak attack everything very easily with this. Your movement speed is great in the swamp here. So, I just enjoy... This is one of the few locations I still enjoy, like, actually farming. Because it's neat, it's different. I'm super, super excited for the new... whatever the new zone is going to be, or area. I'm really hoping it's a different climate that doesn't necessarily need different gear. Not like the northern zone. I don't need another set of specialty type armor. I'm just really hopeful for something neat and something different with some interesting areas to farm. I think they made these, like, the swamp is such a good area to talk about when it comes to actually varying up the farming cadence, right? You have some different resources here, which is fine. I would love to see, like, steel axes. I've talked about this before. But I think the fact that you have the ability to, do the mob thing here and get lead. No, the sprouts. I forgot about the sprouts. I didn't realize I was full. All right, I'm not going to grab those. I'm not going to grab those until I have some inventory space, which will just naturally work down, by the way. That's how I do this. I should talk about that. Let me finish my thought. My other thought. I'm a little all over the place because I know that I think the servers again are about to go down here any minute. So what I was saying though, I think this is a neat location because it added extra elements to farming, right? You have sulfur, which you need gas masks for. So you have to come pretty well prepared for that. You have, here in the red location, you can farm the lead and you can bring a battery and you can do the whole, kind of pseudo mini mob fight and get yourself a case of whatever the lead material is. And I think that's all really neat. I think that's cool. It varies it up. Again, what else would I like to see this location? I think there's absolutely no reason in my mind that they shouldn't have added the alligators to this location after we got them. Not a ton of them, but I do think that's kind of interesting. Dude, what do you do? What do you do? Why are you attacking? Get out of here. Get out of here. I will take that though. Thank you. You got Pete, you need the shovel. Like, I just think that's all pretty cool. And I actually think some of the zones that you farm, once you get the boat, kind of also followed in the same path a little bit. Not quite as diverse, but titanium, I guess you need the drill or C4. Like, so that's pretty cool. I just like the idea of new resources, having the option, or just having it vary a little bit. Right? I don't know what new resources we're going to see with this new location. They've talked about kind of the big update, I would say, for 2025. But I'm really, really hopeful that there is some variance. And I hope they find a way to make the farming aspect of it just a little bit different. I do think that helps. I know a lot of folks have not had the opportunity to get here to the ATV and get to the swamps. But when you do, a lot of the elements are the same, of course, because farming is farming at the end of the day. But so many of the elements are a little bit different, and I do think it makes it just that little bit more interesting. And I'm a fan of that. I'm definitely a fan of that. So, shoot, what else was I going to talk about? Oh, I was going to talk about how I set up to take care of these locations. As much as I can, I always wear a ghillie suit. Again, this is the place to spend this armor. It's very, very rare, very difficult to get. So if you're going to do it, this is the place, in my opinion, to spend the armor at. I usually then bring about 10 or so hatchets with me. I'm going to bring one pickaxe because I'm not super interested in sulfur. Plus, it's only in one location. I usually bring 2 shovels because you just don't find a ton of peat either. I bring a couple of gas masks if you're going to farm the sulfur, which a lot of times I just avoid. You really don't need it for a whole lot of anything. I'm just going to get some since I'm here and spend some gas masks that I have. And then the rest of it's just weapons. I bring a lot of weapons. If you have weapons in your inventory, that's great. You can use those to save some space. But typically, I only save about 2 spots or so worth. If you have a dog, I would save like 1. A dog in the saddlebag, I'd save probably 1. I fill my ATV up with more hatchets and then usually 1 pickaxe or 1 shovel. And that's how I just go about farming it. And the reason for that is because you're going to spend an immense amount of durability farming these resources. Like, I'm going to get through not very much of this sulfur here and have used up a good portion of this gas mask. So a couple of trips are going to make that go away pretty quickly. You've seen I've broken what, two hatchets, I think, already since we got started here. So you kind of run through quite a bit of the materials. Look at that. I mean, just from farming that, I'm down to 75% of it's gone. Like, it'll probably break. Let's see. I bet it breaks before we finish these 2, or right as we finish these 2, which is really unfortunate because, like, you need this to do this. Yeah, like, we're already taking damage here. This is just a damage reducer, but it is nice to have. It's like finally a good use for this thing. Because nobody really goes and gets the lockers in Bunker Alpha. So yeah, but that's usually what I do. And again, the reason I don't save up a ton of space, because in so many instances, you're just going to use up... Oh! Swampy Big One. Speak of the devil. Now here's the cool part. This is the best part about this location. With the ghillie suit on, I'm going to leave the location. He's going to stay spawned right in his little spot there, and I'm just going to avoid it. And he is not going to come fight me. He will not. He will not track me down. He will not run over to me. It's just, that's it. He's going to stay. And that's... I appreciate that very much about this location, and I really appreciate that about the ghillie suit. Now, I actually have never tested if when we swap that off, but it is not uncommon to get edge spawns here. A lot of zombies, if you're somewhat unfamiliar. Not uncommon to get some edge spawns. And again, we'll be able to see them. I don't think there was anything down here anyways. And he should be back. Yeah, he's right there. I'll miss out on that 1 corn seeds, which is fine. And honestly, we could go grab it later. And we outspeed him too. We're faster with our movement here. So we're in great shape here to avoid the swampy big one and just continue on with our farming run, which is absolutely great. Let me go ahead and take this. Zombie gonna get up. And again, look we're pretty close to the Screaker. Like, that's the best part about this, is we just have the opportunity to get in, get sneak attacks on everything. You can be really smart with your durability, with your melee weapons. You do sometimes get a few that will notice you, but these are the ones that notice you are the ones that spawn in after for whatever reason, which I do find kind of interesting. But like Arians, just take this down. We should again be able to sneak attack mostly everything. Carrions are the only ones that I ever worry about. See, again, if we had a Carbat, we could bring the drill. What do we got? Yeah, now we're looking good. We got plenty of space. I will be able to go ahead and start grabbing our corn seeds again in case we get any sprouts. So that was pretty nice. I want some sprouts. I missed the one that I kind of forgot that we needed the spot for. So yeah, that's it. Few tips, few little tricks. Grind up your corn. Good luck in Forlorn Fair. We'll kind of keep you up to date here on how we do as we get through this in free-to-play. Lots more coming up on the channel. Again, some pre-recorded stuff, some things that we had kind of prepped up for some, again, some work travel that I got coming up this week. And we should be back. Excited to continue on with our journeys and continue on. There's the sprouts. Continue on with everything else we got going on. So Thanks for checking this out. Sincerely appreciate it. As we finish up the grind here, I'm gonna flash some socials. Like, comment, subscribe. Really do appreciate all the support. We're on the road to 10K. Takes everybody. We really do appreciate all the growth. I mentioned the Discord already. I'm gonna keep doing that. If you want to join the Discord, links in the description. Got a really good community over there. A lot of cool people chatting. We have a specific channel for Last Day on Earth that also pulls all of the updates. So if you ever want to kind of stay up to date with the game, gets all of the official Last Day on Earth Discord messages, and that can be helpful. Like I said, I mentioned the maintenance times and a few other things. Things will pop up there. This little red coupon action. We'll find some space for that. And yeah, we'd love to have you over there. Continue to grow that little community, and love chatting with you in the comments below. Good luck on Forlorn Fair, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.